Bramborough back with some Grand Tactician Civil War. This is a long episode, I know, but it features one of the hardest fought and largest battles yet seen in this campaign. The Army of the Potomac outnumbers the attacking rebels, but only if and when all of its corps arrive on the field, which won't be until tomorrow. On day one, the numbers actually favor Johnny Rep. Winfield Scott has a very strong defensive position, but it has a flaw. Sidney Johnston sees that weakness and exploits it to the fullest. Erasmus Keyes' Third Corps has a pretty rough day as a result. Let's hop in. Okay, here we are for another battle at Manassas Junction, as seen at the end of the last episode. Before getting into that, however, a couple comments that don't have anything to do with this battle. In this campaign, we have seen a couple of Confederate horse artillery units which were far larger than they should have been. So I looked into that a little bit. I took one of this campaign's saves, loaded it up, and went off and took the Cav 2 reform so I could recruit some horse artillery. When recruiting horse artillery, the maximum size that one can recruit that type is 104 men and 7 guns. At least that's what it came out for me when I recruited full size. Seems like that ought to be 8 guns, but in any case, that's as big as they can be. About 100 men and way less than 12 guns. However, and I think this is reflective of the recent Arty Reform project, 2 full-size horse artillery battalions, which are still pretty small at 100 men and 7 guns, can be combined together up to the size of a maximum size regular artillery battalion, which is 240 men and 16 guns. I think that's what we were seeing with those Confederate horse artillery battalions. They had been combined. In the current state of the game, I think it's still possible, and I talked about this in an earlier episode. Before artillery reform, those tiny artillery battalions can also be combined into a larger unit. So I think that the horse artillery thing is a symptom of basically the same bug. And it is a bug. Asked about this on Steam discussions and got a reply saying that this has already been fixed in the 1.08 beta. And the poster who posted that information, which many of you may have seen, y'all look at Steam discussions too. He said he went into his game to double check and said, yeah, it's working fine in 1.08. So yeah, that's a bug. It is in the current live version, but fix coming in the beta. Enough about that. With that, let's get into this. We are on the Manassas map. We do eventually have the entire Army of the Potomac coming, but only one corps right now, and that is Keyes' Third Corps. Everybody else is grayed out, and no one else is really coming immediately. McDowell's First Corps, 5 hours away. That's closest. The Cav, that'll be forever, because they're in scout mode, 28 hours. Hancock, 10th Corps, 14 hours. Thomas, 2nd Corps, 16 hours. So basically, we're going to get another corps on the field today, and everybody else is coming tomorrow. Meanwhile, I think that all 3 Confederate armies are on the field now. At the moment, we've got 20,000 men on the field, and there are 48,000 Johnny Rebs. In addition, I think it's this one here. Yeah, there aren't any remarks over here saying arriving in X hours. I think they're all here. Now, if we look at their strength report, yeah, all 3 armies add up to 48,000. So basically, we've got 3 Confederate corps, 2 of which are fairly small, to 1 Federal corps. The good news is, even though it's a meeting situation, the non-claimed points are within our deployment zone. So it is essentially a defensive situation. So it's going to come right down one or both of these roads. So I think we're probably going to set up something like this right in here, right here where this first objective point is. We'll have the right anchored on Bull Run, and we'll have the left sort of kind of anchored on this creek. McDowell's Corps will be coming up. I think he's coming from Alexandria back here, and he'll come on down in 5 hours. Now, that's not very far for the rebels to march, so contact could very easily be made before McDowell shows up. The good news is we got like 1 billion engineering points. And even though not on the field now, the fact that this is the entire Army of the Potomac involved, that one engineer unit that I created in 10th Corps may have a good bit to do with this. So, anyway, I'm going to set up my position, and I'll be back. All right, it's not a bad position. It's not the best position I've ever put together. So we're spread a little thin here. Initially, I set up over here, kind of felt like they're going to try to get around here. So I put some more parapets here. And these are upgraded parapets. So even though the terrain isn't awesome, I think the guys will be fine. But we are spread a little thin. There's 1 division over here, 1 division in these, 1 division over here on the right. And so there was a lot of space. So I'm doing something I haven't tried before. Somebody made a comment on a recent episode, and it sounded like a pretty good idea. So I'm trying it out. I've detached the skirms, and I'm putting skirms in here to kind of fill the gaps between the brigades. I'm doing it here. I'm doing it on all 3 divisions, like so. There's skirms all in here. So they're kind of helping to man the line instead of being out in front. I do have 1 skirm here, and that's about it. This little parapet here was supposed to be for the rifled artillery. When I initially plopped them down, the arcs looked really good. And then when I got everything set up, they were just complete garbage. They couldn't see past the parapet. Although they could before, which was a little weird. Double check the firing arcs several times before you. And that's why I've moved them over here. It was kind of the best spot I could find. It's not very good. We'll see how it works out. Got a bit of scouting to do. The Cavs out front to catch sight of the rebels coming. Well, Johnny Reb decided he didn't want to come this way. And with all this, I can't say I blame him. They're moving down this way. They want to cross at Island Ford. We got our right flank kind of hanging out in the air here. I've got Sheridan's division moving from the left flank over this way, and I've got the rifled artillery moving over this way. So Cav has come right down this road to about here, starting to engage with skirmishers. I've moved McDowell's brigade from here over to this end. However, there's also rebels coming down this way. So I may regret moving Sheridan all the way over here. He left his skirmishers back here. They're holding this area. But this one division here is all we got with no reserves. There are quite a few more rebel units up here in the fog, though. It's not just the one Cav. And there's some already coming. Burnside. There's this other arty from behind here. Maybe. There's one of those probably enormous horse artillery. 250 men, 30 guns. The 30 gun estimate's probably a high estimate, right? Depending on intel, that's probably 16 guns max. That's all cav and horse artillery. I wonder if they have like an entirely kind of like a cav. That's brigade coming in. Yeah, he'll be at a disadvantage if they're dismounted and he's not. Burnside has longer range with his Richmonds, I'm sure. Unless they've got Richmonds too. Just back them up a little bit. See if we can get a range advantage if they have mixed cav weapons. Maybe. Maybe not. Catch Sheridan's artillery battalion first. Yeah, looks like he still has range, whereas Wright's brigade does not. Skirms here firing. Okay, this battalion is detached. It's a pretty bold move there, Pfizer. Side up again. Same idea. I'm not sure that whole thing's working out for him very well. going over here. Well, they're coming on straight into an advance, it looks like. Yeah, I've got this rifled artillery in just a terrible spot. They can't hit anything from where they are. They gooned up this position. They may be able to hit something from up here after all. By the way, viewer unit, here's the U.S. Marine Corps right here in the center of this position under Davidson. With the brighter blue jackets. That's kind of doing okay. I think, yeah, he's starting to make Wright fall back. Yeah, Wright's wavering. Good deal. Good job, Burnside. This horse artillery is wavering. Advance Wallace right on these guys. Okay, that seems to be going okay over there. Okay. I don't think he can send a detachment because his detachment, these guys' skirms are way over on the other flank. Let's see. No. Okay, now we have infantry coming up over here. Sheridan looks good. Let's get 32nd Battalion kind of over here working. It's fine. I think it's fine. Too much happening over here yet. The skirms are firing at that cab. Let's get these skirms over there. Burnside coming up behind him so that no matter which way he turns, he's got somebody popping him from the rear. Thought I had told Sherman's guys to come over this way. Nope. He might have still been waiting for orders. Keyes is still over here. Which is kind of where Keyes needs to be, I think. Okay, there's some wavering infantry there. Toombs' guys aren't doing too hot. Burnside engaging again. Both of these skirmisher detachments hitting this cav unit helm. Starting to have some fatigue issues with the 9th Dragoons. They're getting winded. They're not in trouble yet. He's out of ammo. Catterson. I think that's Catterson's skirms right here. Fine. Pull him in. Ammo. This cab is wavering here. Okay, this infantry is about to face off with Burnside. We don't want that. Good, fall back. You don't need to stand there and take a billion casualties. Uh-oh. I think this artillery needs to be closer than where I told them to go. Let's bring them up to here. Even though I detached him, his orders are still coming from Sherman. Okay, that infantry thought better of charging in on Burnside as he's falling back. That's good. Okay. He's taken almost 200 casualties, but I bet he's delivered more than that. Meanwhile, these skirmishers are firing at... let's get him a little bit closer. Sheridan needs to get his guys in single line. What's going on over here? Not too much different. They haven't even driven in these skirms over here. Although Schenk is getting, his pickets are getting a little bit toasty here in the creek bed. Taking 35 losses, which is a lot for a skirm detachment. That's a proper brigade there. Looks like John B. Gordon commands it. I'm not aware of any other Gordons in the Confederate officer pool. This brigade keeps blinking in and out of vision for some reason, but every time I catch a sight of him, he's wavering still. That's Toombs. I have a feeling just as soon as I move Barlow, that Confederates are going to start trying to come for this fort. That's why I'm keeping him right there. He may not ever get engaged. If he stays there. If he doesn't stay there, might regret it. Okay, this infantry is now moved over and is facing our skirmishers. Sheridan's getting his guys in line over here. Burnside come over and pop his cab again. See if he can rout him before he gets in trouble. Still got plenty of ammo. For those Richmond carbines. Skirm detachment, followed by a brigade right here at Jenkins. Advance right up into here. It's too far. Let's see if we can get Keyes a little bit better positioned between all of his commanders. Let's put him here by Scott. Kind of strung out along here, a little bit more spaced out than I typically like to be. McDowell firing at these skirms here. Burnside hasn't taken any more losses. Good. Good. Oh, he's about to take an infantry charge, though. Although it's a pretty small brigade. Let's let him duke it out. Still got plenty of ammo. Not a whole lot. He may have to fall back for ammo after this engagement. He's got a bigger brigade, a faster firing weapon. It's slow firing for Cav, but I'm sure it's faster firing than what this infantry has. Given that they had to move up to here in order to engage, and Burnside has a 350-yard range with his Richmonds. I think it's 375. That kind of tells me these are probably smooth bore armed. So not only do they have low range, they probably have low rate of fire as well. Yeah, Davis not digging that too much. He's taking some losses. He's falling back. Not wavering yet. Shame. Oh, that's... I need to pull these skirms over here. For ammo. Come on in. Yeah, there's a lot of Johnny Reb showing up over here too. We just got 3 brigades and a few skirms in the parapets. At least the rifled artillery is getting some shots here. That's good. Who was that? Oh, look at this. We got McDowell coming. I thought he was coming up here. No, he's coming in. That's actually probably pretty good. Nice. Uh-oh. It looks like things are going to get real hairy for Burnside here pretty soon. He's taking more casualties. He's also getting low on ammo. He's fought a good battle. Let's pull him back. Once it gets back here, we'll mount him up and get him the hell out of here. Oh, we've got infantry coming across the Abatis here. 46th Brigade, Catterson, engage. Oh, not infantry. That's a cat there. We need to rotate. 6th Brigade here. No, I don't want that. I just want you to rotate. That's all I want you to do. There you go. Yeah, let's clear that flanking debuff. Okay, this cab is now caught 90 degrees fire. However, these guys are coming up. Bring 48th Brigade up here to address Jenkins. More infantry chasing Burnside there. Just get Burnside to mount up. That cap's coming in pretty close. Coming in for melee. Wallace just walked right into him. Wallace may break. Okay. McDowell. We need another division over there on the right. Send Reynolds 1st Division. Burnside. Yeah, Wallace broke there in the melee. Stop what you're doing, turn, shoot that cab. McDowell is flanked, however, that cab is not shooting at him. I think he's okay. Let's rotate him again. They're not happy with that cab behind, but they're not actually getting shot at back there. He did throw out a detachment to take these guns. Okay, that cab is wavering now. Hopefully this detachment here can give him some canister. Wallace didn't have high resilience loss. He has taken some casualties, but he could... There we go, that cab is broken. However, he could very well recover. Okay. Let's get Paul turned back around. I'm confused what's going on with this detachment. They're not showing the arty symbol. I wonder if it's messed up on taking those guns because the parent brigade commander is routed. Maybe. Howitzers are here firing away. Go Blaisdell, go. Burnside's still got enough oomph to go chase that little detachment away. Davis advancing, small brigade. $3,500 to Frank. I'm a little surprised we've only taken 900 casualties. Kind of felt like maybe we'd taken more than that. Some attempt here. Actually, yeah, custom Wolverines. Screw that. Get over here. Where's McDowell himself? Brigade, 2nd Division. Let's put you over here close to Keyes and Scott, because you're going to have units kind of on both sides. See that detachment anymore. I guess Burnside saw them off. However, we have 2 infantry brigades coming in, and I don't think Burnside's got enough left in the tank for that. Bringing Barlow over. Custer's starting to move. I think. We're not going to have any problems over here, I don't think. flank attack, though. It's looking bad. It's looking bad. Get this artillery back here. He's going to stand and fight against infantry for however long. I think he needs to be dismounted. Limber them up so they move faster, I hope. This ain't looking good. This ain't looking good at all. Alright, start moving. Besides trying to cover your retreat. He's not going to be able to do it long. Yeah, we got Custer coming up. Let's bring him here. Custer's coming to this position. Let's try to get Burnside to fall back all the way to here, through that. No, that's not right. We need Paul's fire on that cab now. Try to get Burnside some relief. These guys are falling back. Going over here. Yeah, they're not making any progress over here. Army's already taken 500 casualties. Hasn't even gotten to the Abattis yet. And Burnside's broken. Martin coming in now. Gabriel Paul. However, I think that cat's just about gone. Keep going, Custer. Down's doing okay over here, I think. Barlow's gotten over. Okay, that cab is broken. Rotate Paul to face this brigade. Oh, the artillery broke. Looks like Lew Wallace is recovering some morale there. How's Reynolds' division doing over here? They're okay. They're making their way up. The other division's still trying to get across the ford. Barlow's skirmishers parapets about here. They'll go. Maybe they won't. This cab making a try at it, wavering. No revs trying to cross this ford. That's good. Toombs has some skirmishers over here. Looks like Gardner must have routed while we were looking elsewhere. Division's holding fine. First Division. Israel Richardson with Schenck. Davidson's Marines. Taken very few casualties. They all have. Taken a few. And Crook. So they're doing fine over there. Oh crap, we got some melee going on here. Looks like McDowell came out of the parapets to do it. It's probably unfortunate. If we can get McDowell reoriented and back into the parapet before he breaks. He's got no cover right where he is. Yeah, this brigade is going to break because I can't control what the hell they're doing. They want to wheel around and do... No, I want you to back over here. See, instead of just backing into the parapet, they want to turn completely around, walk into it, and then turn around again. Okay. Well, nothing to be done for it now. Brigade is coming in on fire. Reynolds, see if your guy's in place yet. Unfortunately, they're still in march order. No, they're not. Double line. No, that's not what I want. Wolverine's going to have to engage. Guys. Hopefully his rapid fire carbines will do all that's necessary. 6,000 to almost 2,000. That sounds better than what I feel like right now. It's a little bit of a mess here. It says they're engaged or firing, doesn't feel like they are. And now, this damn cab is coming up behind Barlow. Barlow needs to fall back. If he possibly can. And I have an engaged, not a fire. Don't want you engaged, I want you firing. Okay, that cab is gone. Barlow back around to face this infantry brigade coming on him. French is already... Where is their commander? Hunt. Visual artillery over here. Barlow's not in a good situation. This brigade has got some cover from the parapet, and he does not. If we can get you oriented about like that, then maybe you can start doing some good. Apparently one brigade wants to come all the way around this one. Meanwhile, 1st Division has these guys completely stymied over here. That's a good thing. And we've got another division of 3rd Division, Einzelman. You're not needed here, bro. Putting some flanking fire into this infantry over here. We've got one brigade wavering. Barlow broken. Patterson over here by himself. I'd like him to rotate if he possibly can. Okay, good. Good. $7,500, almost 2,600. What's our percentages? 16% of his force, 6% of ours. Okay, that infantry has been seen off. Paul is just about out of ammo. Holding on over here. He's starting to get low on ammunition as well. Is getting his artillery across the river. Hopefully that'll start helping soon. For some reason, Custer only wants to charge this infantry. I don't know if that's a good idea. Yeah, fuck it. Mount him up. Mount him up. Fall back here. Let's get back. Okay, Custer is taking care of those guys. All take. Fire into this infantry over here. Anything else here that Custer can get in trouble with? Doesn't look like it. All low on ammo. Person's hanging on. Hopefully he's going to fall back here and clear that flanking debuff. Starting to get some artillery in position, hopefully. Unlimber. And Reynolds' guys are just... This guy's stuck in the creek, fatigued. That brigade is not going to do anything useful. I'm going to move Reynolds up here. Looks like this brigade here is the only one that's actually going to be able to do anything. Yeah, they're kind of... See, they're not moving. The animation's going, but A, they're facing the wrong way, and B, they're just not moving at all. So I'm going to just give these guys a stop order, turn them around, face them on the road, and give them an individual battalion order to get over this way. That's my plan. Let's see if it works out like that. Where's Custer? He's still chasing this. Enough! Enough! Enough. stop. Anderson's about gone. I don't know if Paul's going to be able to do much either. Not too much ammo left. Well, this infantry's getting across. Doesn't look like we're having any problems over here on this front. So that turned into a mistake because this cab is coming in here. Patterson is broken. And let's bring Custer back over here. Don't know if he's going to be able to do much. Lots of fatigue. Very disappointed with this division. Just going to send this brigade forward, give them orders to, but the order delay is going to be horrific to get him to respond once he gets up there. I'm still hanging in there. I don't know. I think he's probably going to break soon, too. Let's get all this artillery unlimbered here. Stanley going into line upon making contact. Franklin will be going into line momentarily. These guys are disrupted for cohesion. It's not a good thing. Red Coated Brigade. I told you. There they are. Okay, they're coming up. They pretty much cracked our right flank entirely, right? Line came out to here, and we had some guys right here on the flank, and they've come right through. They've broken 4 or 5 brigades. They've routed some arty, kind of hanging on by a thread here. But I think they're about spent. And I hope this division over here is going to be able to see them off. Barlow and Paul McDowell. I really hope none of them get defamed. Why aren't you falling back? Don't mind if Paul gets defamed because he's... Oh, no. No, they're falling back. Except they're rotated in the wrong direction. So he's here. Tell him to fall back to here. He decides to make a dog leg to this position and then rotate, exposing his flank to fall back to here. Why didn't he just fall straight back? What's Custer doing on fatigue? He's exhausted. Don't really want to throw him in there. Let's move him back around this way. Let's get him close to the arty. Just in case. That'll make the arty feel better too. They like having Cav close by. Their own Cav. Okay, these guys are coming up. Amory's managing to get his guys forward a little bit. Although he's going right through the woods instead of walking over here, getting on the road. Any of this artillery is firing. Doesn't seem like they are. Guys aren't going to be enough. Really feels like everything is moving slow as molasses. Oh, I think maybe these batteries were blocked by this brigade moving through them. Okay, I think we need this division commander up close to that Hall's Rifle Brigade. Which finally came together there, and now we got a lot of firepower coming down on these guys. still exhausted. Cav. It's just a detachment there. They're withdrawing. These guys aren't withdrawing. Okay, 9,500 to 4,000, just a little bit better than 2 to 1. 20.7%, 25% is the major victory threshold. Okay. Amory, get up here. Crying out loud. This brigade is slowly coming up. Just looking at artillery. Cav here, it's still attacking. Boston's detachment with a cav symbol. Interesting. This brigade that's taken up a position inside our parapets is facing this way. There's a ghost brigade there that just kind of appeared out of thin air. Now we can't see forest anymore. It's the the artillery commander I use. Put you on counter battery. Let's get this brigade out of the way. So that the artillery can fire. What's happening on the other flank? Not much. They are completely stymied over here. Skirms there. Skirms brigade. Is Wallace's brigade kind of back together now? Eager. Fine. Get back over here. And looks like Burnside is probably... I can get him. Yeah, he's taking a lot of resilience loss, though. Almost 600 casualties. He's done for the day. Plus, he doesn't have any ammo. Who are these guys? Wilcox. Okay. Well, let's get you over here. Get you over. Okay, where is Reynolds? They're withdrawing. Still exhausted. I don't know if he's going to recover. At this point, I don't know if he needs to recover. 10,000 to 4,000. 2.5 to 1 ratio. This infantry is not going to catch anybody. Cav is exhausted. I'd have to say that was probably as good a job by the AI as I've seen in 1.07, and gave us a heck of a battle. You know, there's the entrenchments all along here, and they do send a force over here, right? But their main effort comes all the way around here, where I had the flank hanging out here in open air as far as the fixed defenses, and they came in over here this way and came right in and were very initially very successful. There was a ton of pressure over here, and anyway, good job AI. So we took 10% casualties, 52% for the Confederates. That can't be right. That's way over major victory. How does 22%, 25%, 22% wind up being 52%? All right. These numbers are more accurate up here, not this. 18% casualties in Third Corps. 5,000. Oh, that's the strength. 1,600 casualties taken in the 3rd Division. No, second Division. That was Barlow, McDowell, and Catterson, who were the guys initially over on that part of the line. And then 3rd Division, Sheridan. 1,200 casualties for those two, and that was just two brigades. So actually, on a brigade by brigade, percentage wise, Sheridan took more casualties than the 2nd Division did. Yeah, 26% and 25% casualties. 1st Cav Division, that would have been Burnside's brigade, 31% casualties. But then 1st Division, manning the left of my so-called Marie's Heights position, I think that's 225 casualties. So let's check the 2nd Division, 2,900 casualties inflicted. So they gave more than they got, almost twice as much. And so did Sheridan's guys. Gabriel Paul, that guy kind of turned out to be the hero, right? There were several brigades that kind of gave their all over there, but Paul's brigade, under very trying circumstances, did not break. Wavered some. How'd the Marines do? 1,000 casualties inflicted there in the center of the left. Whereas these other guys just didn't get too many shots. 2nd Brigade inflicted a few from their position. 45th Brigade, I think that was Crook. I don't think he had anybody to shoot at. 1,400 casualties. That's probably Gabriel Paul. Yes. Yeah, walls broke early. I think that was from some Cav melee where he got charged and he broke in the melee. Didn't take that many losses, actually. Yeah, Burnside's division took all those casualties, almost 574 casualties, but with those Richmond carbines inflicted, 1,100. So Burnside did a good job, too. Yeah, there was a little bit of artillery chasing in here. Didn't quite get to the minor victory threshold. There's no one left that can chase them. I got Custer exhausted trying to chase this Cav or this artillery here, but yeah, we're not going to get another 1.5%. In a day, they never formally went into retreat mode, but I think they're going to withdraw here. Yes. Okay, well, Johnston lost 8,000 infantry, 2,500 cav, and 100 of his 150 guns. This says 12,000 total. Keyes' 3rd Corps got hit pretty hard here. We did lose 20 guns, 4,100 total. $5,600 small arms and 53 artillery captured there. That's one of the biggest hauls we've had, and over 2,000 POWs. It's not like I've been keeping track, and we've had some other big battles in Virginia. I think this might be the largest battle that we fought so far in this campaign. It was a little bit of a slog. And a little dicey. I don't think anybody got defamed. I kind of expected Wallace to get defamed. But I don't think so. Or maybe they just ran out of space in populating these little fields for the headline. I should probably go through 3rd Corps and check those commanders off camera to make sure. There may not have been room to put their lost face message. So, and that's a good example right there of something that I've said several times in this and previous campaigns. The tactical AI, it's not so much that they don't come up with a decent plan, it's that they don't cope with terrain well. Like, the fords mess them up, the fences, the that sort of thing. They don't negotiate the terrain well. They don't see the terrain the way that a player does. But you give them open ground, like they had there on our right flank, and yeah, they'll bring it to you if you let them. And I let them there. I left that flank hanging out in the air. So, well, I'm a little bit tuckered out after that battle. I think that is the end of this episode. It's probably already a long one. I haven't been timing it, but I'm sure it's over an hour. If you like what we're doing with the channel, then leave a like, leave a comment, maybe even subscribe. If you're new to the channel or the series and would like to catch some of the other episodes in this campaign that you may not have seen, I'm linking the playlist here. At any rate, thank you very, very much for watching. I appreciate it.